genius of rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris. Thank you for joining me this morning. My co-host, the lovely Ryan Cultastic, is here, ready to go do that voodoo that we do so well. Today we have an interesting topic, I feel, for the show. It's the whole science versus religion debate. Where do you fall on it? You know, I know where I fall on it. I'm very firm on my beliefs. Where do you other atheists fall on the battle? And also, if there's a Christian out there, what are your thoughts? Do you trust Jesus over science when it comes to the medical care of your children? Let us know in the chat.
Are you feeling the world is leaving you behind? Do you look at all the pseudoscience, rumors, and wild speculation on the internet and wonder, why can't I do that? Well, friend, you can. We can help you. We are Conspirowin. Conspirowin has a long history of helping anyone with a hidden truth. We will get your message out. The conspiracy theories you see today all started out with one person's vision. The moon landing hoax was launched by a NASA engineer whose manager didn't okay his vacation request. Conspirowin was there to help out. Christianity started out because one little girl named Mary got pregnant out of wedlock, and Conspirowin saved the day. Now, the virgin birth is accepted Catholic doctrine. You may be thinking, but my idea of the center of the earth being made of ice is far-fetched. No one's going to believe that. In a world where people believe windmills cause cancer, we say no dream is too big. Conspirowin will take your fledgling idea and feed it to our YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok operatives. And these savvy social media professionals will raise doubts with the prevailing scientific consensus. They will say no one has ever seen the planet's core except Jesus. And science is wrong all the time. That's why science has theories and not Jesus. Within 30 days, we guarantee you CNN will run a story on how your conspiracy theory isn't true. We will also give you 100% assurance Fox News will say your crazy idea about the Earth's core being an icy ball is true. Follow your heart. Listen to the voices no one else can hear. Team up with Conspirowin.
And we are back. I have got the lovely Ryan Cultastic. I need to just program it to where it takes us right to it. I got Ryan with me this morning. How are you doing this morning, Ryan?
I'm doing great, thank you. I got my coffee here. My hub's made for me, nice and warm.
Wow.
It's actually chilly today.
Wow. Okay. It is chilly in Pennsylvania. Chilly.
It is. Yeah. I'm a little shocked. I got my sweater on. I was like, what the frick? It was warm yesterday. I was sweating.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to the fall weather, not winter weather. Not a fan of winter.
Fall.
I'm allergic to fall and spring. Yeah, they're my faves. They're my faves. Let me ask you. I got to ask you. Do you have like a purple light above you of some kind?
I do not. Does it look purple?
It does. Maybe it's just a optical delusion, but it looks like you've got a purple hair light above you. And then there's also the olifants. So it kind of looks like the olifants is being your purple hair light.
It's giving me a streak.
I don't know what's causing it. Maybe I don't know. It does really, to me, it looks like you have purple.
It's my aura.
It is your aura. I suspect it. You can get that shot for that.
Oh,
clear that right up.
Oh, I thought RFK was getting rid of that. What are you talking about?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No more shots. all medicines are going to be inserted rectally going forward.
Not again.
Really? Yeah. Rational Poet Jackie says, Chris, I got a like on Facebook from the actress's TV character I got my name from. Jackie from. Is that Nurse Jackie? Rational Poet Jackie? That's the only Jackie I know of on TV that's a popular name. I could be wrong. Jackie. Good morning, Adrian Belgrave. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, lots of new names here. Welcome, y'all. Yes, John Hudson. John Hudson said, they're after me. They're out to get me. And I'm thinking, John, the only reason why is because all of your testicles. They're jealous. You've got all those testicles, and they're after them. Let me see here.
John says, Ryan streaking? Wow, I'm here for it.
Yeah. And John Fapiano is probably he's a Ryan fan. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a Fapi fan.
There you go. Ellen Conklin, good morning. Thank you for joining us. It's Wednesday, the day of Wednesday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the end of the week. You know, one of the things is the evil one's shift has changed for like just a few weeks while she covers for someone else. So before she had Monday off every week and worked 4/10s. Now she's working every day of the week, and I miss her.
Does she work? I hope she's not working 10-hour shifts every day.
Well, here's the deal. She works 8-hour shifts now because she's working 5-hour days.
Okay.
But she's working late every day to 1 to 2 hours at least. Yeah, just because she's busy. So she's busy. She's a busy one. Too Close for Comfort, the 80s sitcom starring Ted Knight. Oh. I
knew there was a show. I feel like I know Too Close for Comfort. Hold on. I got to look it up.
I remember that. Me too.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yes. I remember that show. It's been so long. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I remember.
So Jackie, Deborah Van Valkenburg. That's a name.
He was a single dad, right?
Stuff.
Was he?
Huh?
Or no, maybe not. Was he a single dad? No, maybe I'm thinking of something different. Sorry.
I don't know. I'm not really. I'm familiar. All I know is about what you see on the screen, the images. I don't think I ever watched it. But she is the actress who played in Warriors, the gang movie back in the 70s or 80s, where they had to make it across New York City. She was the chick that was going along with them.
Oh.
Yeah. She's also been in some modern stuff too. She kind of looks a lot like Miss Non Sequitur.
Well, I'm not really sure that I can comment, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I can't think of what. Dark hair, I think.
Two Ponchos Garage. Good morning. Happy Hump Day, says Two Ponchos Garage. That's a cool name. I dig it. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the damnation, fellow burner. No, Henry Rush was married to Muriel. I don't know. Y'all got something going on. Henry Rush. I don't know. Amish Bob, what are y'all going to do for Halloween? Me and my daughters are going to go as Ghostbusters. That's a great one. Going as Ghostbusters.
Well, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters. Well, you know, actually, I have a parody commercial not written up. I just got the title, and it's got who you going to call Goatbusters, because it's part of the goat scented flesh candle deal. I've just never really taken it anywhere. Gile is here. Where you been, Gile? I haven't seen Gile in a day or three.
I know.
Where you been?
Back,
I mean, and we were going to we started to put your face on little milk cartons. And speaking of faces on milk cartons, we've been missing one of our individuals in the chat, a raving lunatic.
Oh, yeah.
Has not been with us. And I was kind of concerned. Just wanted to know if, maybe the police had caught up with him or whatever.
They found the weapon.
Yes. So I sent him an email, and he actually responded and said that things are going all right. I guess he broke his computer, and that's why he hasn't been joining us. Yes,
poor guy.
So he's going to get a nuevo laptopo, and when he does, he's going to join us again. I didn't want to tell him in the email that you can watch on the phone. Maybe they don't have phones in Australia. I don't know.
Maybe not.
It's hard to hold them because they slip out of your hand. They hit the ceiling because they fall up because you're in Australia.
Maybe he still has a landline.
Oh, maybe. That's a good point.
Oh, cool.
Good morning, Chris Wilson. Rainbow Ash is here. Lurking. Goatbusters. I got to do Goatbusters. I thought about doing Goatbusters. I'd like to see if I could. There's some IPs, some properties out there that will sue you for things like that. And
wait, sue for what?
I'd have to. Well, I don't know. It's one of those things that you something. Yeah, they're litigious. Yes,
I see.
I don't know how they treat parodies though. How would they treat a parody? Because I got to be honest, Star Trek also is really tight with their stuff, and I've got a parody work. Yeah, they're I mean, not too bad. I don't think they don't go off on parodies or none of that stuff there. But if you try to crank out a different Star Trek show, they will sue you.
Okay.
It has happened. There's a show created by independent people who have nothing to do with the owners of Star Trek. You can see that it's not bad from what I hear, based in Kirk's era.
Oh,
yeah, a whole new series of yeah.
Wow.
Some of the original actors show up on the show occasionally.
Oh.
Yeah. Steve Gedakis is here. Good morning, Steve. Punk Apostate. Wow. Everybody's here. Good morning. Brentley, how you doing? Rational Pork Jack, you've been to Australia twice. I know. I've never been there, but I'd like to go. Nomad is here. Good morning, Nomad. The mighty Philibert. Heck, our crowd's getting so big. I'll run out of showtime before I finish saying hello to everyone.
We're gonna have to get a bigger chat room.
We'll get a bigger. That's right. Ember, good morning. Thank you for joining us. The only thing when it gets all crowded like that is the smell.
Everybody can afford deodorant nowadays, Chris. It's like true. $12.
I know, no doubt. Thank you for Donald Trump for fixing our economy.
But eggs are only like $3 a dozen. So
yes, but now they've removed all the regulations off eggs, so they'll probably give you the sarsaparilla poisoning.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! I'm so afraid for what's to come. God damn!
Yeah, I know.
The wheels are falling off this train. Oh, Left-Handed Jedi, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Left-Handed Jedi, I've been working on something. I will tell you guys this. So, because, sometimes my parodies, we work as a team, us. And I say that only because I get to steal your ideas. But I'm working on the Testaments parody commercial. Are you familiar with that? Have I ever told you about that?
I think so.
Briefly, yeah. So, and I've been trying to get me an AI to generate me an image of gel cap things that look like gel caps that is shaped like testicles with a cross on top. And as you might imagine, I've been having difficulty getting the AI to do that. And this morning I was actually got two different pictures. I finally got it to create me a double-seated avocado.
Okay.
A wrinkly double-seated avocado. That's what I told it, made out of gelatinous green stuff, and a cross made out of the same material separately. I had to do them both separate. Yeah. And it did give me those things.
A lot of times I just start with doing things separate and then edit it together because I'll end up just wasting time and energy trying to get it to make what I want.
Yeah. Well, that's what I ended up doing, was editing stuff together. But I started to reach out to Left-Handed Jedi because Left-Handed Jedi he's got ways with the AI. He's an AI whisperer.
Oh.
A lot of the images I got that I use on the show and outside the show actually come from him. Some of the little Star Trek guy I use for my image, stuff like that. The evil one, her image is even that way. I want to show you guys what I've got going on here. What I've got so far in a minute.
Tell us how you really feel, Rainbow.
Tell us how you really feel. Boop, 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 boop. What did Rainbow say? Is Rainbow
says, I'm nihilistic, atheist, Satanist.
Oh, hell. Very cool.
Hail Rainbow.
That's right. Hail Rainbow. That's a good one. Mr. Peabody says, Chris and Ryan, if their spirits were real, and I actually had to check and see, did he misspell there and use the wrong there? But you didn't, so I noodled that one out. Chris, if their spirits were real, they'd be crack. I'm ready to Jones out this morning. Who are we talking about? What I forget? If their spirits were real, they'd be crack.
Are you trying to snort us or something, Mr. Peabody? Injecting straight into the vein?
It's all going by so fast. It all happens so quickly. I'm looking for this thing here. It's really there it is. Don't be a jerk. Why are you being a jerk? Don't be. Oh, there it is. Oh, my mom, what I mean. Wait a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Current frame as still. Yes, I'm going to put it on the desktop. Can I put it on the desktop? That's something I really want on my desktop. There we go. Boop. No. Downloads is better. All right, fine. Don't get off my back, people.
Let me read what Deviant Outcast, because I want to ask.
Please.
They said, I'm still in bed. Please, people, use your seatbelts and don't abuse your children. Whiplash and CPTSD are a biatch. And no, seatbelts won't protect you from whiplash, but they do save your life. Did something happen? Are you okay? Did you get into an accident? Did a child get into a car without their seatbelt and then drive into you?
¿Qué pasó?
Yeah.
You have my attention. Is everybody okay? Good morning, deviant outcast. I mean, is that just like in general? Did you wake up this morning and go, be warned?
Like hey, don't forget to brush your teeth before you go to school type deal, just sage advice.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
baby, I can
Yes.
concur. Seatbelt saved my life. Didn't stop me from getting whiplash, but it sure did save me from flying out the goddamn window.
While we wait for the ever interesting, and I'm curious. I want to know. I hope everybody's okay. I want to go ahead and show y'all what I've got so far in my efforts to create, and Father Flanagan's efforts, I guess, to create
Show me what you're working with.
Father Flanagan's laboratories.
So wait,
oh,
the mints
shit.
are going to be green?
No. One moment.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to have to turn off our green screen. That's what's doing it. So
Uh-huh.
let me go here 1 second. It works, I guess. Studio A, filters, chroma key off.
I see the shape.
There
It's
you
a
go.
good shape. The shape is shaping up to be something.
You see the green on the green?
I
You see
see
it
it.
green?
I do
Okay.
see it now.
Okay, so I'm trying to get there. But that's like working hard. That took effort. That's what you see there is a two-seeded avocado, a wrinkly two-seeded avocado with a translucent green texture.
Right.
And then I had to do the cross separately. So you guys are every space balls, ghost slaps for you. So that's the current project I was working on. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a parody commercial for Father Flanagan's line of testaments. For those of you who don't know, and I'm going to go off on my memory here, and Miss Ryan, let me know if you didn't know this or not. But the term to testify originally comes from back in, I think it's Greece, Testicles, probably Greece. You'd have to literally testify on your nuts. You would hold your nuts in your hand and say, I swear by these nuts. And if I'm lying, you can have them. Yeah,
I think actually, good. Because I have a friend named, you might even heard of his name or people in the audience, Pat from Discovering Ancient History. He knows a lot about like that kind of stuff. He's amazing.
Right.
But so yes,
that's where the piece. Yes. And that's part of testimonial, testament. All these words come from literally swearing on your nuts.
I can't believe I forgot that because that's such a good like topic to talk about. Like that's
It's so fun.
That's a good story to tell. I'm gonna have to write that down.
Too bad. Maybe we could talk to Dr. Kip about that. I'm gonna see if I've reached out to Dr. Kip. I've used the Force and reached out to Dr. Kip. That Force is called Discord. And I'd like to see if he could be on our show one of these days,
that would be awesome.
Possibly soon. Damn it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he actually knows Pat. He's an archaeologist, not Dr. Kip, but well,
yes. Oh, he does. Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Double G Videos is here this morning. Good morning, Double G Videos. Yeah. Did you see the image, Left-Handed Jedi? I sent you. I posted an image here. Let me see if I can show you what I got. Upload a file. It's just something I'm working on for a new parody, and that's kind of the best I've got. I'm about on the point of where I was going to run with that and use that as my little testaments. Like in the Father Flanagan's commercial, the holy halos. You see in the background these little mesh condoms.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I'm doing, like a sales material for testaments.
But what are the testaments for? Like what do they do?
Whenever you're ready to pray and speak to the Lord, you don't want to have like nasty breath. Oh my God. Just imagine like you had some like fish or something. You don't want Jesus going, ooh. So you have some testaments.
I see. I think you should also make some testaments for when you have a bad thought or like you're going to do something with your mouth bad, you pop in a mint and it hurts, like it punishes you. Or like you cursed, you said a bad word and you want to punish yourself. So instead of like soap,
oh my goodness,
you can burn your mouth with a testament.
That would be part of Father Flanagan's self-disciplined line of products. Let me write that down. Testapainments is what those are. The testaments of pain.
Brother. We ain't right.
So, today. I'm waiting for a call from the Pope. Like, dude, you need to stop this shit. One more time, one more pup commercial, and your ass is down.
You're out of here. Okay, so Julian Outcast has replied.
Okay.
She says, "Oh, no, I was in a car accident in 2001, got whiplash from that. Then another one in 2004, was paralyzed from the waist down and learned to walk again a year later, but my body's wrecked. Migraine and headache are my weekly companions. CPTSD from childhood adds to the pain. But I have love, so I win in the end." Oh, hugs to you. Yeah, it's whiplash, man. Sometimes my neck still kills me from, and that was like when I was 16. I don't know. Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're taking it in stride.
We love you.
You know? What about the cross-shaped taser from when someone sins against Jesus and needs to be punished? That one's probably coming. Or we just sell that right beside the cross-shaped dildos. Those are already there. Have you ever seen a cross-shaped, not a dildo, but a cross-shaped crucifix? Because a dildo doesn't have Jesus on it. A crucifix does.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blushing.
Muscled for her pleasure.
Ribbed. Could Jesus all skinny like ribbed for
sinuous for your pleasure.
That's right. You can feel every one of his ribs as it go. Oh my goodness! Shut up, Chris! Stop now. I'm sorry, Pope. I'm sorry. The Pope is coming after me. What's that?
I said it gives a whole new meaning to sinuous.
It does. It does. I see this little red dot show up on my forehead on the, it's like the Pope out there. I'm dodging him.
Oh, man.
Shades of the Exorcist. That's great. Looks kind of like Trump's tiny hands.
Trump's tiny bruised hands. Swollen, bruised.
Yes.
Lumpy. Like he got like I guess maybe it's just the dark spots, age spots. Sometimes they get raised, but like you can see like the raised bumps.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got the best medicine in the world, so.
But what I'm saying, dude's been out on the golf course like all the time, and I don't believe that he's probably used SPF like he's supposed to. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a surprise. You've got skin cancer going on somewhere on that body of his, that decaying necrotic body of his.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hold on a moment. I just came.
Wait, oh no, did I say something wrong or something?
I said I just came. When you said either Trump gets cancer, I'm like, hold on a second. Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited. Did you say Trump has cancer?
I didn't even have to touch myself. It just went off.
Pew!
That's a fucked up thing to say. That is a bad thing to say about somebody under those circumstances. I didn't say anything directly, but we alluded to. But this man,
I'm sorry, Rainbow.
Considering how many people he's hurt so many people. You're sorry. Y'all are nasty. Rainbow says y'all are nasty, but you were laughing.
Nasty. That's nasty.
Neuro Geezer is here. Good morning, Neuro Geezer. Dude is a weird situation. I hope he's talking about Trump. Man, you see the oh my goodness, the letter. You've seen the letter and the
the body
the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And the words.
Why does that look like
words?
Why does that look like a girl's body to me?
Yeah, they're very tiny.
And
whenever the Wall Street Journal put it out,
they're not just tiny, they're very high.
Yes. Mine are not high like they used to be. I understand. And so that's the whole deal. And then in the letter, he's like, hey, we have these special things in common. All right, I got to go turn on. I got to do this. Studio mode. Hold on. On me. I got to go up here to our top layer and I got to turn off the Ollie thing just to see. I just got to know. Ollie fans, back to the scenes, back to the studio mode. Okay, it does. Maybe no. It really does look like you have purple in your hair. It looks like you have.
Well, I might put it in my hair now just because you said that.
Yeah, it's just kind of like off, but not as bad as it did earlier. Now it's kind of got the greenish. Maybe, well, I don't know, but it was. I'll put it back because it looked cool. I just wanted to.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it. I just wanted to see if you had a glow or if it was just the OnlyFans thing doing an optical delusion on me.
I think it's an optical
Um,
delusion.
Let's see. Austin, Adrian Belgrave, first time hearing of Whitman. The grass analogy is just as fitting as the grain in sand. I'm not sure what you guys are going to talk about. The reference to secrets in Trump's writing is creepy. Yeah. Trump, when he writes to him in that, the words that are in that body are words like, we share a certain thing that we both like together, all this business. Donald Trump apparently paid $24,000 for a depreciated girl.
Oh yeah, that's so weird.
All right. What does that mean?
And regardless
what
of
does
if it's a joke or like, that's not a joke to me.
Okay. Well, it took me some time guys, I'm going to just speculate with you here on what I feel that means, because it took me a while. What does he mean by a depreciated girl? What is a depreciated girl?
Someone who's had sex before.
Yes. That's the difference between a virgin and not a virgin. So a virgin would have probably been more expensive. Right. So that was a depreciated. And I'm like, wow. Right. Chemical squirrel. Yes. All you people. Thank you so much. I didn't figure that out. I figured that out on my own, alone. I didn't see it anywhere, but I'm sure everybody else figured it out too.
Yeah. When you think about it,
yes.
You know what it means without saying it. And that's they're the kings of redirection and wiggle words.
Yes, they very much are. So that's my thinking. It's just horrific how the conservatives can, especially those at the in the FBI, the CIA, from the FBI agent that's having to go over those videos all the way up to Pam Bondi. Every one of those people know that Donald Trump or whomever did what they did in those videos. They know. And they still cover up for them, or they're not speaking out, especially Pam Bondi. She has to know. She to Trump is what Ghislaine Maxwell was to Epstein.
Yep.
She used to Trump what Maxwell was to Epstein.
Couldn't do it without them.
Right. She's like, she facilitates his.
Yeah. Because the woman disarms, because I think generally speaking, you wouldn't expect that from a woman. And if a woman approaches you when you're young and she's, oh my God, you are beautiful. And I know this man who, he goes all these places and he needs someone to massage him, and you would be perfect and you'll make lots of money. You'll get to try. Like, it just sounds too good to be true. And she has an accent, and, my husband has an accent, and people just seem to listen to him regardless if he's wrong or not. I'm just being honest. I'm being so serious.
No, you're right.
And that her character is what sold Jeffrey Epstein to these young girls. And then once they were in, it was hook, line, and sinker. They were so afraid because he's so powerful, and they realized what they could do to them that they didn't say no when they really wanted to say no. I'm sorry, I just went off there, but gosh.
No, good going on. Let me read this. Thank you for pointing this out, Deviant Outcast. War is getting closer. Russia's trespassing Polish airspace this night.
No.
Trump's solution, punishing the countries that buy gas from Russia and blaming Biden. Yeah, this is not, Donald Trump is going to burn this thing to the ground. And the worse it gets, the closer it gets to the people pulling him physically out of office, the more he's going to start trouble elsewhere. Just the whole thing is going to be a distraction, as we start pulling out the traitorous fascist dictator who's overthrown our government. He's going to be trying to burn it all down. Highly flavored. Good morning. Hello, and Count Olaf voice. Oh, yes. I don't actually know Count Olaf. I'm sorry. Do you know Count Olaf? Can you do it?
I was trying to think of who it is. I'm not sure.
I think it's from Shrek. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
Is it from Shrek? Secular Phoenix says his signature looks like a crackhead's EKG.
Yeah, the way it kind of rises. And he's changed his, I was actually looking at it last night, how different his signature has changed over the years. And mine has. I actually do it on purpose sometimes. Like, I just change my signature up for the funsies of it. I don't know why, whatever. But Yeah. So I wanted to mention something, and I have zero idea if it's true. This is all conspiracy, but what's her name? She's on the one show, The Majority Report.
Oh.
Anyway, she said that she read that the word enigma is anagram the right word for
Yes.
it's a word that kind of means like child or adolescent or something like that. It starts with a G, but I don't know how it's spelled. Piss. Well, I'm sorry I brought this up now. But if that's true, if enigma is actually like some kind of code word, dog whistle that only certain people know what it's for, that's even creepier. Like it adds another level of creep.
Thank you for letting me know that. The internet knows all. I've looked up the enigma anagram.
Okay.
And the word is gamin. I don't know. Gamin. And the definition is a girl who hangs around on the street, a small, playfully mischievous girl.
Oh.
That's enigma. So let's go to, I can't, sometimes I have a hard time finding.
And that's what they did, y'all. Come on now. That's very curious because that's exactly what they did. They said that they would drive up to girls like in the schoolyards with their dresses, their little skirts and stuff that they freaking make these kids wear, fetishize these poor kids. And that's how they would, lure them in a nice fancy car and other girls with you. And hey, we're having a great time. Life is great and fancy. Come with us.
Right.
That's very coincidental if it ain't true.
And let me see. I'm having a hard time. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can find it here. The thing there must be. All right, Donald. Okay, I'm gonna just read this. Okay. There must be more to life than having everything. A voiceover says this, I guess. I don't know why it says voiceover. Donald Trump says, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey replies, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret. Donald Trump sent that letter to the biggest child trafficker in the world that we know of, obviously.
And there's nothing suspicious about that.
And as you were saying, well, he denies it, of course, but as you were saying, his signature. And other people have compared his signature to his signature at that time. At that time, he did sign his name with the long tail at the end. He's changed it since.
And just Donald.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's changed it since, clearly. But at that time, he signed other things. And a matter of fact, let me go. I want to see something here. Trump art.
And what pisses me off is that his sycophants are saying, oh, he's an informant. He's the one. In order to be an informant, my guy, it means you were friends. You were part of the team. That's how you turn on somebody.
Right.
You must be doing business with them in some capacity. That's how he became an informant, if so. So he was probably telling on Epstein in order to protect him. I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to mention, my understanding is that somebody actually pointed out to Johnson that an informant is actually complicit in the crime. And so he changed his mind. He changed his story.
Thank you.
So, along decompensating for, probably. Nomad, good morning. John Hudson, Gross, highly flavored, you too. You guys are going great. Austin Sims, how are you doing, man? It's good. Good to see you in the chat. Hope everything's going great. Lil of all trades says, we've known he's an abuser for years. This is hardly surprising. It is hardly surprising. It's just that so many legitimate people are saying it demonstrating evidence. Nobody seems to care what the victims say. And Donald Trump just denies it. And half of his followers don't seem to have a problem with that. It just blows my mind. I've even seen right-wingers say, hey, even if he did my daughter, I would still vote for him. And that just tells me the level of low. Hillary Clinton really, really nailed it on the head when she said deplorable. That was a good word. A good word.
What? Deplorable?
Deplorable. Wonder if she called him deplorable.
Mm-hmm. He is a deplorable.
Yeah. Well, what I said, did you hear what I said about the guy talking about letting him have his own daughter? You were writing.
Yeah. Well, like,
okay. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And I kind of wonder, like, is there something even more secret hidden in this fucking, like, now I feel like a weirdo because I'm looking at this going like, you know, is there words put in a particular order that, like, if you change it would actually say, because they're so secretive, because they hide it in plain sight. And there's a certain kind of person that does that.
There is more. There's more.
You know?
The other more, we had this right here is just Epstein. Epstein had close ties with a lot of Russian things. That's where Donald Trump met his wife through Russian people. And I mean, so I believe Donald Trump, Donald Trump is a pawn for Russia, and that he has been for a very long time. And that part of the reason why Donald Trump goes and does what Russia still wants him to is because Russia has the Epstein files too. And where did he get them? Where did Russia, Vladimir Putin, get them? They got them from Epstein. Because Epstein they were right.
Or Melania. No, I'm just kidding.
Or Melania. Who knows? Maybe
she's the long informant. She's in for the long haul.
Yeah, you know, she was there too.
I mean, she was
there for.
There's ties. People are connecting the dots there.
Yes. Austin Sim says, "Hey Chris, I really enjoyed your video you published last night. I had similar revolutions on the subject of Islam. Did you watch the video I created?
Piss. No. I'm gonna open it up to make sure I watch it later. I tell you what, watch it.
It's just a thing. I screwed up on the show, so I want to fix it on the show. So I'll play it here on the show in just a minute. Okay. Let's take a break, and whenever we come back,
for the views,
pay attention. Yes, you'll see. We're not going to go on about the subject after it's over. Okay, but let's take a break now, and I want to give people some. Let's do.
Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love.
I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No!
Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved.
Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. All right, we are back. Good morning, the Vitus Touch. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed the the parody commercial. We enjoy making them. That's the first one where me and Ryan worked together.
Yeah, that was fun.
And it was, and I look forward to doing more. Actually, I have other ones. We'll talk. I'll see. So good morning, everyone. Now, this is something we're not gonna linger on this topic terribly long. I just want to play this video because, like I said, when I screw up publicly, I like to apologize publicly, and here we did it. So let me just show this to you guys. And when it's over, we'll go on. You'll see what I mean. Peep this, my homies. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna mute myself so you don't have to listen. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Mallard. You may or may not know that, but I'm the host of the Daily Atheist Show, and I have held some wrong thinking, some bad beliefs. I've had some bad beliefs, and it wasn't until recently when I said those things out loud, that I was like, wow, that's not right. That can't be right. And I've analyzed it for days. No one has said anything to me outside of that day of the show. Some people were like, oh, hey, I don't know if you shouldn't say that. Because what I said was that I don't believe in Islamophobia because Islam is dangerous. So the word phobia means essentially that it's a heightened, an unrealistic fear. And in my mind justification was it's not unrealistic. It's not unrealistic. Muslims are dangerous. Islam is dangerous. They're going to force their religion on us. They're going to make our women wear burqas. They're going to... But it's not right, is it? And even if it were right as a religion overall, that doesn't mean I should... There is Islamophobia. There are billions of good people who are Muslims on this planet. And there are other people who have a unrealistic fear of them. They do. They have they're wonderful people. And just because they're Muslim, they are angry towards them and they treat them poorly and they I don't know. But I was defending that in a way that I thought made sense to myself until I said that one day. I was on the show and I said, I don't really believe in Islamophobia because it's not an unrealistic fear. They really are dangerous. I started thinking, though, man, if they, being the 3 billion Muslims on the planet, were really dangerous, we would probably know about it. It's a small few. It's a small few who toe that hard line, Just like with any religion, really, whenever you think about who the hardliners are and who caused the problems and who hurt people, it's really just a small group of people, and it shouldn't reflect on the entirety of all of them, And so, if you were watching my show and you were offended by that, I'm sorry. Nobody's gotten on to me. Nobody said anything to me. it's just been bothering me, and I was in there being a good house husband. I was doing the dishes, and again, it's just bugging me, I reflected on it right after the show that day. I said those things and it felt weird. I was like, Ryan reacted and I was like, why the reaction, And now I know why. It took me a little bit to understand exactly, but hearing me say those things was a big trigger. And so I just want to say I was wrong. If you've seen my show, I usually try to invite everybody. I like everybody. It's not... I hate the sin, not the sinner. I don't dislike Muslims. I don't. I've never met a bad one. I've never met a Muslim that was rude to me or mean to me or in any way. And by the logic of what I said on the show the other day, I should be terrified of these Muslims because they're going to hurt me. And that is an unrealistic fear. That is a phobia. And I was like, son of a bitch. I got that, so I'm not going to change my position on Islam itself. Islam itself is, the religion Islam. We as atheists, we on my show don't normally talk about Islam, to be honest, that much. It's not really what's oppressing us right now. So we don't talk about it. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. I wanted to say I was sorry. I'm not going to feel better about this until I get the opportunity to say it, that I had some wrong thinking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I influenced anybody else. If my words made somebody else out there go, you know what? He's right. There's no Islamophobia. They're all dangerous or whatever I said. I don't want that. So I apologize to everyone. I'll continue to learn and continue to grow. And if, my friends, a lot of you out there are my friends. So if I do have some wrong thinking, or if I say something that needs to be corrected, let me know. I'll often correct things. Now, sometimes people come in the chat and they tell me how to run my show. That's a little different. That frustrates me, just like it frustrates other people when I've gone in there and tell them, hey man, I'd kick that guy off. I wouldn't let him talk or whatever. And I tell them how to run that. That pisses me off. But sometimes, we need a course correction. Sometimes your rudder is stuck and it's heading in the wrong direction. My rudder was stuck. And I feel better. I feel better that I realized where I was and where I wanted to be. So thank you all for your patience with me. I appreciate it. And that's pretty much it. So let me take that down, stop sharing, unhighlight. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so you probably almost certainly remember that day.
I do remember that
Conversation.
I do remember that day. I was like, oh. If you watch back, I'm probably like, yeah. What do I say? What do I do?
So there was that. And like I said before we played the video, I don't really want to go on it and cover the thing. I pretty much said everything there. But I had to say it. Just kind of had to be said. And for those of you who noticed, I had a little hair right here sticking out. Did you notice? You didn't notice? Oh, a little bitty hair sticking out. And
oh man,
I saw it when I was watching. You can't not see it. If you got a good screen, you just can't not see it. It's just actually in the comment, And I was like, I really ought to, but I couldn't go re-record it. That was just like as honest as I was going to get about it.
And that's what I loved about it, Chris. When you're honest and you just talk from the heart, like I think I could just listen to you for hours.
Oh, you're a sweetie.
No, I'm serious. And I just want you to know that I really respect that. And I appreciate that, especially as somebody who has said stuff and didn't even understand like what I was really saying or what it meant, and then you have to eat your humble pie sometimes. And anybody who can do that in my book is somebody worth keeping around, being a friend with, because
thank you.
We all have to change, and we all have to guide each other and be patient with each other in this journey.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I would think that a lot of people are forced to do it. It's not good whenever they come up with their mea culpa and they're like, oh, I was a bad person. Jimmy Swaggart, I was a bad person. I did this. Had Jimmy Swaggart actually come out before getting caught or just reflected and said, you know what, I was a piece of shit the other day, that'd be different.
You're right.
I thank you. I thank you all. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. You guys are wonderful in the chat. So many good things y'all have said. Chris should write Hallmark cards. I got away with words. Maybe not with speaking them. Look at the trees is here. You owned it, brother. I'd say you have earned the right to move forward. Thank you. Well, if I wanted to speak plainly, I could have. Nobody said nothing to me. Ryan, like I said, Ryan was like, oh my goodness, I can't play this game. No, don't do that. But other than that, nobody really said anything. I was so lost in my own thing, and I didn't even read the chat to see what people were saying in the chat. It's just, but reflecting on my own words, hearing myself say them when they were coming out, it was weird. And then as I reflected, I just couldn't, man.
Well, because I understand where you were coming from, like what you were thinking you were saying, because I'm fearful of Christianity, but I would never want to incite violence on Christians. And that is really what phobia is, right? Like any kind of phobia. It's except for like arachnophobia. Oh no, because actually people will kill spiders. But you see what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of, and Fern Lovebond, I believe it was, made a point in my comments to say, hey, there are other phobias, not just that. It applies to other actions. They don't have to be afraid of Muslims, and I totally get that. I understand totally. The reason why I use that as the example was because when I was justifying it, that was the example I used. That they were fear. I didn't, that it was an unrealistic fear. That's literally the definition. There are other uses of the word, obviously, but that was my deal.
Take
and
the smallest sample and say like, oh, they're all doing this and doing that. Just the extremist jack-offs.
And that's kind of what I got whenever so that's it. I just kind of want to, I don't want to drag on too much about bring the show down and all that, with my boring stuff.
Wow.
Lots of other boring stuff to talk about.
No, don't kill spiders. No.
I've learned to become a fan of spiders. I used to be the same way.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love them.
I mean, there are some that the way I want to say it is there are some spiders that need respect on a different level than other ones. Some spiders, if I see that spider in my house, I'm going to be like, dude, look at you. All right, you go on, get you a little bug. But then there's other spiders in my house like, man, I appreciate you, but I can't have you near my family just because if you were raised wrong, if you weren't hugged enough as a little baby spider,
you might attack me.
You might attack me or my family, so I got to get you out. But
you might have xenophobia,
right? And I know this is stupid. Maybe it was because of what we are. As I was reflecting, doing the dishes. Never mind. Back on point, man. On point.
Did you see the arachnophobia movie?
I did. Yeah. It's been a long time. Scared me. I don't have to pee anymore. At least my seat's warm. You okay? You too, huh?
The thing is, I apologize for that, but the thing is, the story I was just going to tell you, it involved me screaming and jumping.
Oh, really?
Because I never really went to the movie theater. I saw a handful of movies in the movie theater when I was younger, and arachnophobia was one of them. And I went with my friends. Oh. And when I came home, and it really got me. I was afraid. And when I came home, as soon as I came through the door, my mom threw something on the ground. I was like a spider, and I tripped out. So it just happened. My bad, y'all. My bad.
That's okay. Then the dog bark. Yes. That was perfect timing. Well, it would have been if she'd have waited just a little bit longer. That'd have been great. But
it would have been even better. But
one of the things, like when we moved here to this home 3 years ago, when we first moved in, I saw 2 or 3 spiders right away, and they were big wolf spiders, and I killed them.
They're big boys.
They're kind of big, but they're harmless. And I didn't know that. I didn't realize what they were. I was just, oh my God, look at that thing. And since then, I've seen a couple in the garage, and when I'm like, hey, you all right? Carry on.
Stay to your side.
Yeah, and I love these have you seen these little jumping spider things, like on the short videos of the jumping spiders?
Yes, they're so tootsie. I love jumping spiders.
They are. And when they give them little voices, and that's hilarious.
And because they got the little big eyes and the little furry legs. Yeah.
They're so cute. Sunshine, I think I'm going to call you Sunshine, says spiders are evil. I'm a grown cis male retired firefighter, and if I see a spider, I scream just like Brian did. I can't help it. And see, I can't help it. See, that is a phobia. And I used to work with a lady. I thought phobia, schmobia, really. And I worked with a lady at a company in Odessa, in West Texas. It was an oil field company, not that you care, but she had a phobia of snakes. And she would literally pass the fuck out if she saw a snake.
Oh dear.
And one day her husband or someone, I don't remember somebody had a snake. They'd killed a snake. It was a well field company. And they brought the snake back to the shop. And she saw it out in the back of the truck, and she dropped like a rock.
Oh no.
I mean, it's just,
like one of them fainting goats. You ever see them?
Yes, like a fainting goat. Yeah, kind of like a fainting goat. That's right. Left-handed Jedi asked the question, have you addressed the hype button? Thank you for the $2 super chat, Left-handed Jedi. I have not. Do you guys know about the hype button? I barely
don't know what the hell we're
about
talking
it.
about, but
Okay. Here's the deal. I'll give you my best understanding of it. There's this hype button that you can press to show your appreciation for a show, but you only get to use it so many times per week. Therefore, it's valuable. So if you're going to give this hype to someone, you're probably going to weigh it more carefully than you do just a like. Now, if I'm wrong about that, but so far as you know, I don't know. Left-handed Jedi, I have not, but hype the show, people. Thank you for reminding me.
I wish YouTube would continue on this path because they've been behind for a good while. They might have been like an innovator, like at the beginning. Yeah. But now they're just kind of like mediocre. So it's improving now that they have like the little emotes that you can do during the live that helps boost it, as well as like I'm sure the super chats help boost the algorithm, etc. So I like that they're giving us even more power in our hands to help the creators that we know deserve the extra boost, the hype,
actually. And there's one thing I've actually gone and looked back in now that you mentioned like the little hearts and the little things,
the hundreds really and celebrates. And
I've kind of conducted a little experiment and gone back and looked at my shows, especially, and I get a ton of those. I get a spike in those. I'll see a spike in my metrics, and those spikes happen anytime I bring up the little furry worries. People love the furry worries, and I can usually get. Is he going to yawn for us this morning? He's like, why is he? This is actually a very active dog. There he goes. There he goes. Good boy. He's a good boy, and you can see the spike I get from, or I see it in my metrics every time I pick him up. There's a big spike in the hearts. See, and even just the shameless chats. Yeah, so Supply Mental Neuro something says cheap followers on Steamboat. I already got the cheap followers. They're here in the chat. But I'm not going to say who they are. I'll let you guys just noodle that out. Yeah, so you don't all get insulted at the same time. Yawning is good exercise for puppies. Yeah, my puppy dog is awesome.
I love a good yawn.
Oh yeah. The only phobia I have is of lawyers and politicians, and well, you should. Politicians are so dangerous. Good morning, Vesta Freya. Thank you for
killing people right now. It's a dangerous.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It's amazing how these people can kill millions without repercussions. We've talked about that before.
Yep.
One is selling. Do you talk about the dog? No. No power on in the verse would I sell my dog. He is wonderful. Oh, we also got another $2 super chat from Secular Feelist. Snakes are just tails with faces. That's interesting. Maybe they are. Thank you for the super chat.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
I actually I told Arden Hart about the Serpina of knowledge image, and I sent it to her later on. So hopefully she got it. She never responded, so hopefully she got it. But I told her in person I was going to send it. She's probably like, "Oh my God, get this man away from me, creepo." Pardon me. Neurogeezer. That's why psychopaths go into politics. Yeah, it's kind of a power trip there. The Daily Atheist Morning Show. I have a Maltese named Piper. She's 9, looks almost just like your pups. Hi, Jen with one N. Hope you're doing great. I love dogs. Dogs are my favorite people. I mean, the world is the way the world is. And because of the way the world falls into place, Ryan is on the show. But if I had my preference, it'd just be me and Pickles. Just because, no offense to Ryan, I just like dogs better than people on the whole.
I don't blame you.
I didn't actually mean that as a slight to you.
He's got more razzmatazz than I do, guys.
As cool as you are, dogs are just... I'm saying a lot of things. I just got to shut up. I'm foot, meat, mouth.
Pickles got the riz.
Yes. Pickles,
and a spankable butt. I just love spanking it.
She's a wiggle butt. That's what we call our dogs.
Yeah.
Wiggle butts.
I love watching her go down the stairs, like when her butt goes toot, 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 and then she'll pause at like the middle step to make sure that I'm following suit, because if not, she'll come right back up. So she'll pause. and she holds really still and she's just waiting. And then doot, 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 doot. So cute.
Very cute. Dogs are my favorite people. They're
Wait,
wonderful. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a little brief commercial. Whenever we come back, we'll talk about more stuff. We'll go over my poll, and I've got new tech coming. We're not going to talk a lot of tech. I'm just excited about it. All these years I fought with my camera, and I finally figured out what the problem was. Finally, after all this time, I was stupid. Even the chat was like, dude, it's this. You really need to fix this. And I wouldn't listen. I'm like, no, I got plenty. It was the light. I didn't have enough light.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't, I'm like, why is my shit all dark? And I have to crank it up to make me light. And it's just because it was too dark. I really just needed to give myself more light. Look, it looks so much better.
Better now. Yeah.
Yep. So I got new lights coming. Yeah.
Awesome.
These are all crap. Let me see. Oh yeah, we're going to go to a commercial. Whenever we come back, we're going to do things. Well, what should we do? The atheism commercial? That's only a minute. We could do a Wild Bill or the Holy Halos. Holy Halo. I like the Holy Halos. It's just long. It's 4 minutes. That's long. If you haven't seen the Holy Halos, you might enjoy the Holy Halos. It's Bark Bank, the first episode of Bark Bank. So I'll let the chat decide. We've got the Ghost Scented Flesh Candles, the Pharaoh's Curse, the Pup, Postmortem.
We got a Wild Bill.
We got one vote for Wild Bill. Let's see what happens. Dave. One vote for Dave. Bomb Poppy says Wild Bill. You know what? That's awesome. I can actually give you Wild Bill and the dog. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Burrito. I'll give you burrito later. I'll give you burrito later, Brent.
Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally, I'm Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie?
Run along, little doggy.
Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. Ah, I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare.
Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism?
Indeed I do. Bear witness.
Oh, this is going to be good.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing.
Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel, about how, people.
So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed.
Bill, that's not.
Okay, carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves.
I don't think.
And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end.
Bill,
oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill, send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
We are back. Right there's Ryan. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. She was pedaling as fast as she could. We have a comment here in the chat who says, and I appreciate the comment. It is Equus. Equus says, I know a lot of people love it, but I'm not a fan of the Pharaoh's commercial. I'm just curious, and I get it. That's some people are, some people aren't. I don't think I've met anybody that isn't really, but if I can ask why, the reason why is because the reason why I'm asking is because if you don't know the story about what the song's about, then you might not like the song. But if you know the story about how Abram gave his sister wife to the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh gave her back and said, she gave me a disease, that's where the song comes from. That's what the song's about. And does that knowledge, this is what I want to know, does that knowledge change your viewpoint on the song? Just curious. Because I haven't, it's a good question. It's good questions. The shaken fist is here. I know. Blue-footed boobies. Let's see. Oh, and there was another comment. Rainbow Ash asked, how do you hype the stream?
Yeah, I don't know. How do you do it? Because I went and looked at my phone to see if I saw something, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it beta?
It may be in beta. It may not be available for everybody. I'm not sure. But if you know how to hype a stream, let us know. You could demonstrate by hyping for me the stream.
It was doing that to me earlier, the shaken fist. I think it's just YouTube glitching out. They're making some changes, so.
Yeah. No, the part where he says he can't, or they say they can't tag you.
It was doing it earlier. I couldn't tag people, and then now it's fine. So.
Ember says it has no such button. I'm inclined to believe Ember.
Me either.
It's not hidden under the subscribe button. You don't hit subscribe or. Because remember, I don't know how you do it. Maybe do you have to be subscribed? I don't know. Maybe I should look that shit up like later. Nobody can find it. But I may not be big enough or important enough. My atheism isn't strong enough.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, maybe. Eric Nelson. Good morning, Eric Nelson. The first time I've been recommended this show. Good morning. Well, thank you for joining us. Welcome. I hope. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining our empire.
Yes. Welcome to the nation, fellow burner. But you may not be a burner. So we'll find out shortly. I hope you're having fun. Did somebody recommend it to you? Who pointed you in our direction? I actually enjoy talking to the chat. I notice I watch a lot of other shows and they don't interact as much. Yeah, as much. And I love interacting in the chat with the other people, like having conversations. But sometimes I'm like, damn, do y'all even care what the F we're saying out here? Like sometimes we're dropping like information or, whatnot. Like the other day I told one of a live I was watching about the latest survey that was released that Israel had done to see, what the public opinion was of Israel. They paid this independent company. And I just asked her and she listened and she went and read it and she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see this. So, sometimes if you interact with your audience, you learn stuff. Yeah, very true. Very true. I've been to other channels where it's only, there's the host and maybe 5 to 10, 15 people. And the host just is talking about something and never engages with the chat. I watched one. I don't want to say who he is because he's cool. He's on our side. I think he was still learning at that time. He's a public guy, more of a lefty than an atheist. And I went and watched his show, and I was talking to him in the chat directly, tagging him and all this stuff. because we had a thing coming up, you know, and I was going to promote his stuff on the Daily Atheist Morning Show to help him out.
Right.
He would never respond to me. People in the chat were going, "Hey, I've sent him messages in Discord." He never. It was, yeah. I watched for 40 minutes and went away.
Like, okay,
You know?
okay.
But I'm sure he's better. Eric Nelson said it just showed up on my homepage. I watched the line shows. Oh, Joel. Okay, Joel reads the Bible.
Yes, I just found Joel reads Bible like a week or like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, definitely a fellow burner. That's good to hear. Is my highlight not working? I think my highlights aren't working. Whenever I click a link, it doesn't show up.
It's
like
not appearing up there. Oh, I hadn't noticed because I've been clicking stuff too, but I didn't notice whether or not it was working. Oopie, sorry guys.
I'm gonna see if I can fix that without breaking shit, because you know I like breaking shit. Chat highlight. Let's see what happens. There it is. Ooh-ah-oo. Ooh-ah-oo. Stop. Oh, son of a bitch. Let's see if it works now. Eric Nelson. There we go. It just showed up on my homepage. I watched the line shows. Joel reads the Bible, Deconstruction Zone. Love me some Deconstruction Zone. Mm-hmm. Definitely a fellow burner. Welcome to the damnation. Thank you for joining us.
I'm rock hard for Doug.
It's good to know we actually get recommended. We're, you know, because there for a while, I was worried. You know, it's good to know that the machine is actually working, hopefully in our favor. Sang Ji. Sang Ji. Who is Sang Ji? I don't recognize you. Who is Sang Ji? I don't know who Sang Ji is. Sang Ji never shows up in our chat anymore. Sang Ji doesn't love us anymore. Sang Ji has gone on and is like, screw Chris, and I don't want to watch Chris and Ryan. And so who is this Sang Ji in the chat?
I don't know if I've ever seen Sang Ji before.
Oh my goodness. See, I know. But there they are. Flaunting themselves right here in front of us.
With their wrench. Showing up with your wrench.
Yes. He even has
like
a wrench.
Never left.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Ember says it's only available on published videos, not lives. More later on Hot Topic. Oh, that's a great idea. Well, I've got a new live that I just popped out. You guys can a new long form video if you want to hype it. I don't know. People are torn. I want to mention, guys, I've got a lot of praise for my my video apologizing for my mistake, correcting myself. I've lost 2 subscribers. One that actually told me, "Hey, you were right in the first place. Islamophobia is not real because they are dangerous, and because you said that, I have to leave. I have to no longer subscribe."
Wow.
You can see those comments in my comments.
I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah.
Man, come on now.
And actually,
that's not good to want to hate. Like that's come on now.
It's not. The
we
guy who said that
religion. We can talk about how bad the religion. I mean, we're doing all the right things. We just don't want to inciting violence is just not going to solve that.
For those of you who were with us for our 2000th, we got whenever we rolled over 2000, we were rolling our 2000th subscriber, popped in the chat and say, "Hey, it's me." And it was William Hutton. And he's been in our chat a couple times since then. He's like, "Hey, it's me." And I'm like, "Hey, you're the 2000th subscriber." Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, he's the first subscriber I know who unsubscribed because of this. So Trip, good point. I hate all humans equally. We're all shitty and sweet. That explains the odor. And I'm working on a video. I think I'm gonna call it God's Cake. You know the topic. You know what I'm talking about. How it's all got little cute little things all over it, but once you get inside of it, there's ooh.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that. That's good video. Yeah. Adrian Belgrave. Some of my favorite atheists I talked to came from chats. That's awesome. Wow, $20. Good morning, Sunshine. Thank you for the $20. I mean, $20 is $20. Thank you. Favorite cousin I used to be very close with found Jesus after health scare. Now is a member of MAGA loving Christian Nationalist Church, and he's awful to be around. I hate to hear that. Sorry. Any attempt to comment, he gets extremely defensive. Any advice? Man.
Ooh, yikes.
You know, go ahead, Brian. I'll let you.
Well, I was just gonna. I mean, you know your cousin better than we do. Like, are they a fact like driven person? Are they a feeling? Like, what is their driving force, do you think? I mean, maybe that is their weakness, where you could arm a defense against him, like create a strategy. But I'm sorry, I don't know that I'm big help.
I would like to start by saying, I'm sure Ryan would agree with us, that we are not licensed medical professionals in psychological or psychiatric departments in any way.
Don't listen to me.
And if you take advice from people on the internet, just be wary with that advice. I would say then, based on what you said, I would go no contact, or as much little contact as I could. And I have, actually. I've done that with my own family and friends, just because there's some that are, you just can't help. Some people some people don't want to be saved. Some people are just so angry or hate someone else so much, or want to see someone else oppressed so much, that you just can't talk them out of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much you could, even if Donald Trump were the worst possible thing he could possibly be, like a pedophilia sex trafficker, they still wouldn't. I know that's hypothetical. Oh wait, it's not hypothetical. So there's that. I would just be careful, really. Best advice, be careful, especially if they get aggressive. The more sense you make, the more aggressive they're going to get.
As long as you're not putting yourself in any kind of predicament. I like Rainbow Ash about asking questions than comments. I love asking questions, but I mean, don't mean it's going to get you anywhere, but might make them think.
Point. Have you, this is a good thing to think about, Sunshine. Have you looked into street epistemology? And that may be where if you're going to be around these people, it may be a way to engage them without engaging them. It's more about asking them questions that make them realize their wrong thinking. That's my horribly pitiful description of what it is. You should go look it up. Street epistemology with Magnabosco, Anthony Magnabosco.
I love him.
Yes. Tell him Chris sent you. And I told you it was okay to pinch him on the butt when you met him. Tell him I said that. Do it after.
Did he start making content again? Because I know he had, like, or at least on YouTube, I hadn't seen anything for a while, but I think he might be back at it.
I think he is. I think that may have been why he was at the NanoCon, getting back into the swing of things. Because he was at NanoCon. I met him in person. I didn't touch his butt.
Ducky.
That'd have been awkward. Yeah, it'd been awkward. Austin Sims, things that we tend to think should change people's minds, like facts, logic, statistics, warnings, often have the opposite effect, pushing them further from reality. People respond better if you can put a positive spin on it. And sometimes they'll respond if you can make them think it's their idea.
Make them think that they are the ones that came up with it.
Hive Sauce is not a fan of street epistemology or Anthony. I don't know why.
I did not know that.
But if you know Dan from Truth Wanted,
does he also do that?
No, that's how he became an atheist. Anthony Magnabosco caught him coming out of a religious school or a college he was going from or something, his Christian classes, and he started asking him questions, and that's what got Dan. What's his last name? Damn it. Dan, I'm sorry for forgetting your name. Yeah. Incredible. So now Dan has gone on to do and help other people, and he's even the host of Truth Wanted. I believe he even started it. So I don't know. I think I don't know. XC Music is here. Oh my God. If you're atheist, just walk away from religion altogether. Live your life. Go for a hike. Oh man, that would be so nice, wouldn't it? That would be so nice, XC Music. But you know what? The Christians are imposing their nonsense on us. They're forcing their archaic ideas about women's bodies on our women, not just their own women. They're forcing their nonsense on our children in our public schools. So I would love to just go on. Make the Christians just go on. Thank you for your participation. My sis down in Texas had our student loans forgiven by Biden, $90,000. She still voted Trump. I don't get that either. And Trump almost certainly has done things to hurt her. Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
Yep. Somebody said I know Dan. Somebody said Dan's name. I'm sorry, Dan, and I forgot your name. I'm a bad person. But that's a good story. You know,
Oh
it's a
my
good,
God.
you know,
That is evident of how you can open somebody's mind up to a different point of view.
right.
Because
Yes.
nobody ever, because I wasn't I wasn't going to go out and try to disprove my religion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
the only thing I had ever done is reinforced my beliefs by going door to door, because that's what I was taught I was supposed to do. And had somebody had a conversation with me at the door that piqued my interest and made me question some things, and if I had gone and
Yeah.
researched and then couldn't find those, it might have led me down a path where I started to say, like, maybe this isn't as harmonious as they claim to be. And I think it can be done for sure.
Okay. I think, and I could be wrong. I think, and I could, Bree, correct me if I'm wrong. Bree says she doesn't actually have a problem with Anthony personally. It's more about the street epistemology. And I think it's not about, and correct me again, it's not about the technique. If you are a person who engages at home with somebody, this is a good technique. Make them reason their way out of it. But the whole standing outside of colleges and accosting people, or churches and accosting people, the epistemology of it, I guess, getting out there in the face of, getting in people's faces, I think it could be the part that Hive Psi has an issue with. I could be wrong. That's kind of what I would warn about, though. Take it as a good way to learn and help people in your family seek knowledge by asking questions. But yeah, there's limits. Fern is here. Fern is right. I wanted to mention Fern is right. Let me say Fern is right. Rainbow Ass said, would you do this one for me?
Yes,
Come on,
okay.
girl. Do that for
I'm
me,
reading
please.
it. I haven't read it yet. Religion is like a penis. It's okay to have one and even be proud of it, but don't whip it out and shove it down people's throats in public. Have a modicum of decency, people. Thank you,
Yes.
Rainbow Ash.
Yes.
That is very sage wisdom.
Yes. People will wear a shirt that says shove your penis down my throat if they want that sort of treatment.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yes. It's called consent. 70 watching Wild Rise. I know we're getting up there, John. I appreciate people starting to hang around and learning about us. We're learning about us. I've changed some things in school. Valentine tears, not in public, says Valentine tears. Good morning, Valentine tears. Oh, I wanted to mention that the Fern Lovebond, you are absolutely correct. Fern Lovebond, for what it's worth, she said. They said, I'm sorry, Fern. Apologies. Fern Lovebond, in a comment on my apology video, corrected me and stated that a phobia is not just a fear, it's also reactionary violence created out, blah, 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 the whole other thing. No offense with the blah, blah. And I haven't responded. I just kind of, now that they're here, I wanted to mention what I mentioned earlier. The reason why I used that example in my apology was because that was the example I used in my apologetics. So that's why I use it. But yes, you are absolutely correct. There are many different forms of phobia. Phobia takes different forms. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the
See,
correction.
we have fun here. We learn here. We educate each other. We fight sometimes, that's all right. That's fine.
I've thought about this. I've watched a few of our own shows, and I've got this thing like a tick. Maybe it's a tick. I'll say, maybe I'm remembering right, or I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly or something. If I say, I'm going to question my memory, and then I say like a fact, I could be wrong, but I think the Aztecs used to use obsidian in their surgeries, and I think, I don't think I've been wrong yet. When I go back and look, or when we look it up here on the thing where I'm like, oh shit, I was wrong. It wasn't the Aztecs, it was the Incas. This time here, I was just guessing. People, don't look it up. Don't look it up. I was.
But I like warning people of that at times. Like, don't quote me. I don't want anybody to just run with something, going telling people something that's not true just because I remembered incorrectly or whatever.
You've probably seen me on the show go, don't listen to this jackass. Go find out for yourself. Don't trust me.
Trust me, but don't trust me.
Matter of fact, in my most recent videos, I was talking about the oppression of Christianity and how they oppress everybody. They're always looking for somebody to oppress. And at that point, I was like, how many people have been oppressed by the church just for being left-handed?
Right.
Go look it up. And I said to go look it up because, it doesn't take long to go look it up. I'm not telling you to go look it up. I'm saying go look it up to the people. Because, man, it just happens. Left-handed Jedi, as a matter of fact, is a great example of a sinister individual. That means he's left-handed.
Ah,
Good greetings, Philip Lister. How are you doing?
Philip.
Wow. Getting all the pretty people in the chat. Fern Love Bond and mad props to Chris for even self-reflecting on those statements. All the love. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Spooky Bed Hair is here. Don't quote me, Ryan 2025. Ain't that right?
I love the irony.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Spooky Bed Hair, how have you been doing? I hope everything's going great in your world. I hope Peter's doing fine and wonderful in his world. So I just want to say hi to everybody. I don't get to see you very often. So Trip says, how did the left become linked with the feminine?
Huh?
How did the left, I guess I could see that. I can see how you would think that the left is soft, feminine. They want to help people. They want to nurture. The right wing tend to be over masculine, hyper masculine, too much. I can see how the analogy could come about between the left and right, one being masculine, one being feminine.
I mean, back
one
in
is
the
like
day, like the Bible, your right hand, Jesus sits on the right hand, or somebody sits at the right hand of the king, or
that's right. Because you wipe your ass with your left hand. That's why it's the right hand is important. I just want you guys to know that. I could be wrong. If memory serves me correctly, it's because you wipe your ass with your left hand.
And that's why they wanted everybody to be using the same hand.
The same hand, yeah.
So they knew where they were safe, I guess.
Yeah, I guess a left hand, an offer of a left-handed handshake in the Middle East could be probably considered an insult. I wonder. I don't want to ask. It's too much trouble. I just kind of it made sense, If
they're shaking hands like a thing. Is that like their greeting? Do they?
I don't know.
I should know this. I apologize for not.
I don't know. But whoever you are, wash your hands after you poo.
If COVID's taught us anything, y'all don't wash your hands enough.
Right. Yeah, that's right. And you touch your face too much. Yeah. Captain America says the king shits and the hand wipes. That could be said about Trump. Trump shits and Congress wipes. Ooh. One thing I do, a quote I like. A quote I like from Spartacus, the very first, I think it's the first or second episode of Spartacus, is this really applies to Trump. Think about it whenever you hear this one. Words fall from his mouth like shit from ass. Does that not describe Donald Trump?
Diarrhea.
Yes.
Diarrhea.
Constipation of the brain, diarrhea of the mouth. Just saying.
Yeah. He talks weird, man. He just talks so freaking weird.
He just does. Shaking Fist says COVID taught us that people are irredeemably stupid. That's one of the things. How many times have you heard someone say, I would avoid that like the plague? Apparently people wouldn't. That's bullshit. People wouldn't avoid the plague. A third of us would welcome them into their homes with party hats, apparently.
Party hats?
So, yeah, the plague, the 2020. Yeah. They were, oh man, you remember Trump ripping off his mask, defiantly getting out of the hospital, the best hospital with the best medicine, getting back to the ripping off his mask.
Yeah.
The
theatrics of it all.
Yeah. Everything's a hoax, even the Clintons. Yeah, we got back to that. Well, I knew it'd get us to that.
He's just the biggest drama queen. I can't stand him.
Yeah. Right now, it's just totally a distraction. All a distraction. Everything is, well, I say a distraction. Everything is a distraction from the other thing. It's like, I'm breaking this over here. And you're like, oh, hey, look, he's breaking that over here. And he's like, oh, so now he starts breaking something over here. And you stop talking about what he was breaking over there. And now he's got his minions over there continuing to break it. But now we're talking about the thing over here he's going after. Or is he going after Chicago? Is he going to send troops to California? Is he going to raise the tariff rate to 200% on China? What is he going to do next?
And I heard him say, sorry, you guys, I might say it wrong. But I heard Trump say, I watched a clip this morning from the other day, and he said something to the effect effect about the crime rate in, I don't know if it was DC or DC, would be even lower, except for the fact, something to the extent that women call the cops on their husbands, because of abuse or something. Yeah,
Yes.
not exactly that, but y'all feel what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. Essentially, he said that abusing your wife shouldn't be considered a crime.
Thank you.
Therefore, if they remove that from what the crime statistics are, the crime rate in DC would actually drop.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
Yes, he wants it to be not a crime to beat your wife.
Exactly. I'm sure they're going to get rid of the rape laws, because before you were allowed to rape your wife. I mean, maybe there even is still some states you can. I'm not certain, but
yeah. Wife consent laws. I'm sure they'll yeah. Guitar Dog says at least the Cracker Barrel logo is left intact. Right. They go after shit like that.
I was scared for a second.
Yeah.
They probably haven't even eaten there.
But that was a distraction too. That was a big nothing burger of a distraction from everyone. The president of the United States came out and spoke about the logo of a single individual company. Well, I didn't see anything wrong with it. They just took a guy off the logo. They took the Indian off the native, the Land O'Lakes
right.
butter, but you didn't see the right wing going nuts crazy about that shit. They got rid of the Native American, but they kept the land on the image. It says a lot. The image for Land O'Lakes used to have an Indian girl. I'm going to say it again. They kept the land and got rid of the Native American. I said Indian.
Is that a metaphor for something?
Yes, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I know the things that they get their panties in a bunch, but they call us the snowflakes. Like roasty.
They do.
I don't give a crap. I mean, I might say like, okay, I do or do not like it, but there it is. Then that is the end of the story. I'm not going to tweet about it. I'm not going to be talking to my friends about how mad I am about it.
It's crazy.
Give me a break. Yeah.
It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go fill up my coffee, my friends. Don't anybody go. If you're new to the show, we play commercials, and they're funny commercials and they're little skits. So let me ask the chat, what do you want, guys? If you want something specific, I just, I can pick because I got my own favorites.
What you really
That's my favorite. Oh, secular. Oh, yeah, that's right. People were already asking for the Pharaoh Sombrero song. So again, I didn't get to see. I apologize. I didn't get to see the answer to the question. Yes. But here we go. I'm going to go run the Pharaoh's curse. Good luck, my friends. Therapists are standing by.
Mi burrito es tan bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno. It stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister. Now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse. There's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno. It burns when I pee. watched cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
Now, is she not a hottie? I tell you, If you're not familiar with the story, that's Sarai from the Bible, Abram's wife, Sarai. And then the reason why she looks so old is because in the story, she was very old, even though she was quite the hottie. So brought down some serious coin from the Pharaoh.
Well, they lived hundreds of years back then. So
They did. Yeah. That was, I'm going to do a video of that. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I have a series called the Evil God Monster of Abraham series. I've gone through the Bible chapter by chapter. Now, the Genesis, I'm not going to go redo all of what I've done. I'm fixing to do chapter 15 of Genesis, but I'm going to go re-release the first one, re-record and re-release the first one. And then I'm going to continue on with my Evil God Monster of Abraham series. Look forward to that, guys. I did, list of all trades. I did bring you coffee right here. Very good. I'll just go ahead and pour it in the computer now.
help yourself.
Then the screen goes down. Let the smoke out of my computer. Adrian Belgrave. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Understand. Yeah, some people just don't like it. That's cool. I get it. I dig it. Thank you for the super chats. All you and the new subscribers. You guys are wonderful. I very much appreciate you.
Well,
And I'm glad you guys enjoyed the thing. I'm going to go ahead and check our poll again this morning and see what's going on over there. 44 votes so far. The question of the day is, which of these ways has religion hindered medical and scientific progress the most? I guess we haven't talked about the poll all day. I don't remember once talking. I remember announcing it, but I don't remember talking about it.
yeah, actually, I remember you, because I said, show me your poll, but I don't know that you
I didn't show
showed
you
me your poll.
I got nervous. Yeah.
Well, there's new people in the chat and they've never
Performance anxiety.
They've never seen your poll.
They've never seen my poll before. Okay,
They don't
here we
know
go.
what to expect.
They don't. They don't. Here's the question of the day. I already read it to you, but I'm going to read it again. Which of these ways has religion hindered medical and scientific progress the most? Underneath that, with 3 stars, it says above all the above. Leave a comment and let us know, because I only have 4 options. I can only give you 4 choices. Option number 1, the one that's leading, is the historical control of medical knowledge. That's the one they think is the worst. Number 2 is opposition to reproductive technology. I think that's a good one. That's a good call. Very harmful. The religious oppression of female scientific medical research. It's there. Yes. The third one coming into place is religious arguments against modern vaccines. Right? Oh my goodness. And then of course, creationism versus the reason why I pointed out the whole 3 stars, all the above, your choice, leave a comment below, is because somebody in the chat, let me go and see who that friend was, says, Freethinker 2613 says there should be an option for all the above.
Ah.
Yes. And I just want to point out, there are those of us in the world who are not as observant as others. And I think maybe Freethinker 2613 is one of those. Just good morning, Freethinker. I hope you're watching. It reminds me of Transformers, the first movie, whenever that robot catches Shia LaBeouf and he's like, "Are you Sexy Man 1342?" Yeah. I don't remember what his name was, but
Right.
Hey, there's a Japanese, how do you say that name? If you can give me a phonetics of it, I'll try to do that. Says that this individual with a very cool, it looks like Japanese. Oh, Korean, maybe a fashion. I don't know. Says, hey, that hairstyle and beard look like you could cosplay Jesus, an old Jesus. At least that's how they paint him in church. Kind of, at least my skin tone is the right skin tone. If I just like darkened my beard, I could play Jesus. And my face, I ain't got a lot of wrinkles.
You should get some of that, like temporary wash and stuff, so you can just change your beard up, change the color
know
real
what?
quick.
There's bound to gonna be a movie about Donald Sutherland's life, and I need to be the actor who plays Donald Sutherland. I'm just saying, there's so many people have compared me to Donald Sutherland. Strangers, that airport guy. Remember, I went on to the airport guy. So maybe that. My answer is the suppression of critical thinking. Thank you for joining us. Name that I can't pronounce.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to get that to pop up.
Yeah. Neurogeezer says, how about a test with fifth, all of the above, all the above, all the above? Right. I've oftentimes vacillated back and forth between using putting 4 options, and then at the top going, if you got a comment, leave a comment. If you're all the above, leave a comment, or doing 3 options and actually have a 4th option that goes click here and leave a comment if you feel it's all the above. Glitterbeard, list of all trades. Good morning, Glitter. Did Chemical Squirrel show up? Good morning, Chemical Squirrel. Thank you for being here. Took you long enough.
We've been waiting. Just saying.
We've been waiting. Now we can start the show.
I guess.
Double G Videos says, Greg says, back in the 70s when I was long-haired hippie, I went as Jesus to a Halloween party and blessed everyone. That's fantastic. But okay. I tell you guys things, and I shouldn't tell you because it shows Glenn, son of a bitch. It was Glenn, not Greg. I sometimes I show behind the curtain, and I was going to share something with you, and I forgot what it was. Oh man,
I can't help you with that.
I got distracted by the chat. There was
something about show you behind the curtain. Is there something you wanted to reveal?
Oh yes, I do want to. I want to reveal something very revealing. The evil one, if you're new to the channel, the evil one is my wife, and she's also occasionally pops into the chat. Nobody's ever seen her, so there could be questions as to whether she's real.
We think she's real.
Yes, she's real. I invite her almost every other day. But she, keep it safe for work. But she's actually gotten me, I'm going to say this, and you just kind of do what you want to with it in your brain. A Joseph outfit.
Okay, like Joseph from the Bible?
Father of Jesus, yes.
Father of Jesus. Okay,
yes.
Okay, that Joseph.
Now, at first you're thinking, but Joseph, I don't think Joseph, now we know Mary was a young girl.
Yes.
I'm going to say under 15. 15
Definitely.
or under. Definitely under 15. How old was Joseph? Joseph was a fully grown man, my understanding.
Yeah.
So an old man being married to, there's a lot of work, a space there, especially if people don't know the story of Joseph and Mary and they think they were kind of the same age. Let me go here. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves, guys. Okay, my bad. What we got going on here in the chat? Yeah, when he said Joseph, I thought he meant Joseph, like coat of many colors, Joseph.
Here's one. Early Christian writings like the Proto-Evangelium of James, 2nd century, portrayed Joseph as an old widower with children from a previous marriage, chosen to be Mary's guardian. And this is 2nd century, people. Right? So, I mean, I'd love to see Dr. Kip on that. That'd be great to have his thoughts. Other traditions from the Middle Ages and Catholic teachings often describe him as younger, perhaps in his late 20s or 30s, to emphasize his strength and ability to provide for Mary and Jesus. But one way or the other, he was not a teen. This was a fully grown, developed man, old enough to be, well, either her father or grandfather. Just saying.
Ew.
So if those of you who don't know about Mary and Joseph, maybe I could do something that would enlighten people. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. It's just a old desert man, ancient. whatever Joseph costume is.
I mean,
And it's
I
okay.
think if you played yourself as the old man and then played Mary, like as yours, trying to, pretending to be, I think then it would be comical.
That I was actually going to have Bailey play
a
Mary.
young voice like that.
I was going to have Bailey play Mary.
Oh, were you? I mean, you
I was just thinking, just a thought, Bailey, because she's really a star. People love her. She's
true.
She just chooses any scene she's in. So just a thought. Some people actually don't like it. They're like, "Ooh, you're romancing a dog." I'm like, it's a comedy thing, you jerk. Relax.
It's real.
Let me do that real quick. I'm going to do that, and then whenever I come back, I'll read our super chat. We'll be right back. If you don't know what we're talking about the pup and Bailey, you'll know Bailey. If you're new to the channel, Bailey, you'll know who Bailey is. She's the hottie of the show.
Flanagan!
Yes, sir. Very disturbing, I know.
Fetch me Father Flanagan.
Your Highness.
You are in the presence of His Holiness, the Puppius Maximus, guardian of the sacred fire hydrant, defender of the holy tennis ball, and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poopsalot the Fifth.
Your popedom. I heard you have a bone to pick with me.
Condoms, Father Flanagan?
No, thank you. I've got plenty.
That's what I mean. Why are you selling condoms?
Oh, you mean our Pharaoh Sombrero line of condoms? Understood.
You know how we feel about those around here.
Well, they're not to be used by the Catholics, of course.
Not for Catholics?
No, they're part of our Sinner Gonna Sin lack of faith outreach program.
A sinner gonna what?
It's like getting the tithe, but from the heretics and the heathens and the atheists.
Oh, well, when you put it like that.
But, Your Highness, this will reflect very poorly on the church.
True. You know what this means, Flanagan?
Warning label. A warning label on the box. Not for Catholics in big letters.
Too subtle.
Instant purgatory if used by Catholics.
I like it. Divine branding.
Excellent, your popedom. Would there be anything else?
That will be all. You may leave.
Oh no.
All right. So as you can see, Bailey clearly the nun in the scene. You could tell because, like I said, she just chews up scenes. She's just fantastic. So I'm almost certainly going to get her to play Mary. She would clearly be a good Mary.
I definitely need her autograph.
Yeah, we'll get you her paragraph as soon as we can. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up our show, read our super chats real quick, and then we're going to go get ready for Thursday because that's what we do. When we're not here and you're not seeing us, we either don't really exist or we're preparing for the next show. Depends on your philosophies. Lobo Samhai became a channel supporter. Thank you. I think I missed that. I don't think I called that out. Thank you for that. Left-handed Jedi says, have you addressed the hype button? I have not. We talked about that on the show. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Secular Feeling has said snakes are just tails with faces for $2. There are many snakes out there who might be horribly offended. I'm just saying, like Ted Cruz. Anyway, now just vilified snakes. I just made snakes look bad.
Right? That's offensive to snakes.
Snakes. I apologize to all the snakes or snake lovers watching the show. Apologies. 1,000 apologies.
All right.
Member. Rainbow Ash has been a member for 8 months. Thank you for becoming a channel supporter. We're cheap, $1 a month, and you get to do the little emotes with the dogs and the cowboys and all that cool stuff. Let's see. Sunshine for $20 says, favorite cousin I used to be very close with found Jesus after health scare. Now is a member of MAGA 11 Christian Nationalist Church, and he's awful to be around. Any attempts to comment, he gets extremely defensive. Any advice? And yes, we addressed that. Thank you for letting us know, Sunshine, and good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah. You need the luck right now.
Yes. May Joe Pesci bless you. And Rainbow Fash for $5 said, religion is like a penis. It's okay to have one and even be proud of it. I'm proud of mine. But don't whip it out and shove it down people's throats in public. I've been resisting the urge, and I'm getting better. I'm getting better. You know?
Do that.
Don't do that. It's not fun. They don't like that. Some people like it. Not everybody likes it. Some people, you know.
Don't approve.
That's true. All right. Thank you, Ryan, for joining me today. Thank you, everybody out there in the chat, man. You are wonderful. I very much appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. And sin safely, my friends.
Bye, guys.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goats, the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink,